COVID-19, a virus so terrifying that its name caused this beer brand's stock to plummet, has had a staggering effect on recent society. From causing billions of people to quarantine themselves, to popularizing a new video chat software despite dozens already existing. This is
Coronavirus!
The fear-mongering surrounding coronavirus may have kept many people inside, but for every 10 people that quarantine, there's one person that refuses to listen to reason.
I wanted donuts.
On one hand, America must try to avoid situations like the one that overtook Italy. But on the other hand, donuts. So has this fear-mongering gone too far, or not far enough? In order to find out, I decided to interview 3 different people to get a wide range of opinion on the subject. This is Billy, a quarantined individual. She hadn't been working prior to quarantine, but it still hasn't been a walk in the park.
I feel like I can't go as many places as I used to go. So part of my freedom is taken away.
She's not the only one feeling restless. A man in Italy was charged for playing Pokemon Go, and as we all know, the search for Mewtwo is much more important than the life of one person, and all the people that person comes into contact with. Not long after, another man aged 77 was charged for ignoring Spain's lockdown order. Yes, in order to play Pokemon Go. Even more infuriating are the droves of people refusing to quarantine in order to do things like go to the beach, party,
If I get corona, I get corona. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let it stop me from partying.
and go to the registry of motor vehicles. Wait, what?
Outside, there's a line of more than 100 people who have been waiting out here for over 3 hours, and they're practicing little to no social distancing.
Son of a bitch!
Yes, these people actively want to enter the place that most drivers actually dread going to the point where it's even referenced in children's entertainment. As brilliant as the logic here may seem, some people may have even more legitimate reasons for going out. They are actually essential workers. This is Candace, an essential worker under self-quarantine. When asked about why she chose to quarantine, she had this to say.
It kind of is what it is. Part of it, you have to kind of gauge yourself. Do you want to be at risk? Do you want to put your family members at risk? I've chosen not to put my family members at risk, or to at least minimize the risk that I put my family in, regardless of pay. Just because I'm not willing to potentially be asymptomatic and carry a virus into the household. Then you have other people that are usually in like the medical field or something like that are like, probably better be safe than sorry.
But we have been staying safe, haven't we? I mean, with all these posts of people clearly having the time of their lives while in quarantine. Surely the majority of people are taking this seriously, right? Well, that's what our next interviewee thought. With the help of this website, people are able to see approximately how often the average person is traveling. Using a graph of people's GPS locations over the course of a month, we're able to see which states are doing well, and which states would disappoint their parents if they had any. This is Seth. He's an essential worker who has pretty much the same day-to-day responsibilities that he did before quarantine.
I'm not surprised by which states are doing better. The Midwest tends to be a little more rebellious in those ways, and the states that tend to lean blue and have younger populations would be a lot more likely to follow federal guidelines like that. So I'm not that surprised. I am surprised by the grade as a whole, because it seems like, just judging by social media, that everyone's lives have changed so much, and seeing that they really haven't, that's kind of shocking for me.
So clearly, America hasn't been taking quarantine very seriously. Despite all of the media coverage and their history of blowing things out of proportion, it's clear that the media isn't to blame. At least this time. Fear like this brings out the stupid in everyone. Some people more than others. And as a great philosopher once said, fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to hoarding toilet paper. This has been Coronavirus.